Gracias.
Muy guapa.
Thank you. Bien, a ver si me dura el gorrito. ¿Me voy a tener que subir otra vez?
¿Está haciendo aire?
Un poquito.
Oh, está bien.
Ay, papi.
Está bien.
También abrigaditos.
Vamos a mirar aquí, a ver qué pasa.
Está bien, mami.
Ven, hija.
Ahorita les mando un beso por la cámara. Ah.
Está bien, Cholita. Felicidades.
Mamá me está grabando. Va a decir, mamá me está grabando.
¿Te estoy grabando?
No, ahorita cuando llegue allá a la pantalla grande.
Oh. Está bien.
Thank you, papi. I love you.
Está bien, hija, I love you.
I love you too, mami.
Ven, pásatela bien.
Sí, mamita.
Ahí con cuidado.
Dale, pues. I love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye, mija.
My name is Rafael Pruneda, and I'm a proud WSU alumnus, and I currently serve as the Bridge Advisor for WSU Tri-Cities. This is our second annual multicultural graduation celebration, spearheaded by the Dreamers Club, Black Student Union, and supported by WSU Tri-Cities. We believe that this milestone is life-changing, and it's an accomplishment that deserves special recognition and celebration. Congratulations on becoming Washington State University graduates. Clap, clap. Thank you, everyone. I would like to invite Vice Chancellor of WSU Tri-Cities, Kate McIntyre, to give a welcome address.
On behalf of leadership, faculty members, and staff here at Washington State University Tri-Cities, I want to congratulate all our graduates and their families, friends, and supporters.
En el nombre del Graduacion, los miembros de la facultad y la personal aquí en WSU Tri-Cities, quiero felicitar a todos nosotros graduados y sus familias y amigos.
We know there were challenges and barriers you overcame to achieve this success, and you deserve for that to be acknowledged.
Sabemos que hubo desafíos y barreras que superaste para lograr ese éxito y mereces que eso sea reconocido.
I have been with WSU Tri-Cities for over 20 years, and I'm grateful for the ability to work on this beautiful campus with colleagues who care about each other and each and every one of our students.
He estado con WSU Tri-Cities durante más de 20 años y estoy agradecida por la capacidad de trabajar en este hermoso campus con colegas que se preocupen unos por otros y que se han preocupado por todos y cada uno de los estudiantes.
However, it is you who truly make this a special place to work. You came to us with your dreams, and it is our responsibility to help you achieve those dreams.
Sin embargo, eres tú quien realmente hace de este un lugar especial para trabajar. Vienes a nosotros con tus sueños y es nuestra responsabilidad ayudarte a alcanzar esos sueños.
We are grateful that you chose us to be your teachers, your advisors, and advocates on your academic journey.
Estamos agradecidos de que nos haya elegido para ser sus maestros, asesores y defensores en su viaje académico.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to support your dreams. And we wish you every success in your future pursuits.
Gracias por darnos esa oportunidad de apoyar a sus sueños y los deseamos todo el éxito en sus actividades futuras.
Please stay in touch as alumni and come back to visit and inspire future Cougs.
Manténganse en contacto como ex alumnos y regresen para visitar y esperar a futuro Cougs. Gracias. At this next moment, we have Ballet Folclórico Cielo de México, who will be performing. Now it is my honor to begin the presentation of the skulls. At this time, graduating students and your one selected guest, we are going to invite you to please line up along the wall to your right, so just right over here. By Jose Luis Lopez. Our next graduate is Estefani Mendez. Estefani will be sold by Adalid Mendez. Our next graduate is Maria Fierros, and she will be hooded, stole by Raúl Fierro. Our next graduate is Javier Mendez. Javier, can we give them all a big round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor, privilege, and pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2023. Are you the audience? Give it a round. Thank you, and you may take a seat.
One more! Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise for the processional of the Washington State University Tri-Cities Commencement Ceremony. Graduates, please keep your caps on. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon, and welcome, degree candidates, faculty, staff, family, friends, and distinguished guests. As Chancellor of Washington State University Tri-Cities, it is my honor to convene the 2023 Commencement Ceremony.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos candidatos, profesores, personal, familiares, amigos y distinguidos invitados. Es un honor para mí convocar la ceremonia de apertura del 2023 de la Universidad Estatal de Washington en los Tri-Cities.
Commencement is a very special occasion. For faculty and staff, it is a time to salute the achievement of our graduates. For families and friends of the graduates, it is a time of joy, celebration, and pride. For the graduates, commencement marks the attainment of a goal and the transition to another phase of life.
Esta ceremonia es muy especial para los profesores y el personal administrativo. Es un momento de rendir homenaje a los logros de nuestros graduados. Para las familias y amigos de los graduados, es un tiempo de alegría, celebración y orgullo. Para los estudiantes que hoy se gradúan, este día es la consumación de un logro y asimismo la transición hacia la siguiente etapa de sus vidas.
Graduates, this is your day. Enjoy, celebrate, and remember.
Graduados, este es su día. Sonríen, celebren y no lo olviden.
Let me begin the official ceremony by introducing the distinguished members of the platform party. As each of you are introduced, would you please rise and remain standing until the entire platform party has been introduced. The President of the Washington State University System, Kirk Schultz. The leadership of Washington State University Tri-Cities, Kate McAteer, Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs. Damian Sinnott, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration. Anna Clemens, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs. The Academic Directors of Washington State University Tri-Cities. Jean Dotson Peterson, Chair, Viticulture and Enology, College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences. Paul Strand, Academic Director, College of Arts and Sciences. Tim Baker, Academic Director, Carson College of Business. Judith Morrison, Academic Director, College of Education. Chang-Hee Mo, Academic Director, Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture, and Bevan Briggs, Academic Director, College of Nursing. The Faculty Senator for Washington State University Tri-Cities, Nelmi Deveroe Baez. Our keynote speaker, General James Mattis, former Secretary of State. Members of the Tri-Cities Advisory Council, Laura Powell, WSU Regent. Patrick Jensen, Chair and CEO of Cadwell Laboratories. Matt Benke, Washington State Senator. John Eschenberg, President of Central Plateau Cleanup Company. Wayne Martin, retired Interim Chief Operating Officer for the National Security Directorate at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. Phil Old, owner of Entropy, LLC. Robert Schutz, CEO of Energy Northwest, and the President of the Associated Students of WSU Tri-Cities, Isaac Marroquin. Joining us from our VIP seating area, Sharon Gaines, Senior Human Resource Consultant. Annika Ryshinsky, Director of Development. Leslie Streeter, Director of Marketing and Communications. Ray and Marilyn Robinson. Ray was President and CEO of RKR Incorporated. Christina Lomasne Mattis, Director of Commercialization, Technology, Deployment, and Outreach at Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. And Fran Frigette, retired attorney and former WSU Regent. And sitting with our faculty today is First Lady Noel Schultz, the Edmund O. Schweitzer III Chair in Power Apparatus and Systems in the School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture. Students, faculty, family, and friends, WSU leadership, and advisory council members, thank you for joining us today. You may all now be seated. We are honored to have the president of the Washington State University System, Kirk Schultz, with us today. President Schultz is the 11th president of Washington State University and a tenured professor in the Jean and Linda Boylan School of Chemical Engineering. He brings a focused commitment to and investment in WSU as a multi-campus university. He understands that we must be responsive to our communities and that WSU Tri-Cities is a critical piece of the identity of the Mid-Columbia region of Washington State. President Schultz is dedicated to bringing research and economic vitality to our region and the state, and is committed to making sure that WSU stands behind its promise of excellence. Please join me in welcoming President Schultz.
Well, just to get things started, how about a go Cougs on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do it one more time. And this is audience participation, so we need everybody doing this, even the Huskies out there. 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon. As president of the Washington State University System, I'd like to welcome the graduating class of 2023 to this commencement ceremony and thank you all for attending this truly joyous occasion. What a great time to be a Coug. Commencement is the highlight of each academic year of our great university. Today, we recognize the commitment of our graduates who have made to the betterment of themselves and our world. We also celebrate their dedication to the education in the face of uncertainty. Over the last few years, our graduates turned adversity into opportunity, seeking out new avenues and adapting to an ever-changing environment in true Coug fashion. Unprecedented times call for unprecedented tenacity, and they have risen to the challenge. I'm especially thrilled to be here to recognize our graduates in the Tri-Cities. This is the first time that I've been able to attend a WSU Tri-Cities commencement ceremony during my tenure at WSU, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share this day with you. As some of you may know, WSU is a system made up of 6 campuses, 39 extension sites, and 4 research centers. Each of our locations is unique in the populations they serve and the needs they meet, but all of our students and alumni are Cougs, regardless of where they may be located. Today, you become part of an extensive network of alumni situated throughout the state, nation, and world. As graduates of WSU Tri-Cities, you bring a depth of knowledge and experience characterized by your time here at one of our most diverse campus communities. As you move into the next phase of your lives, I encourage you to embrace your unique life experiences, continue to learn from one another, build connections, and foster understanding. I'd also like to make a request of you. As you go on to find future success, remember to thank those that helped you along the way. From professors and mentors to family and friends, there are many people who are proud to have helped you get to this important milestone in your life. Remember to stay humble, stay kind, and stay engaged with your alma mater. WSU and the entire Cougar community will always be here to support you should you need us. With your degree in hand, I'm confident you will go on to do great things and enrich the communities in which you live, whether that's here in the Tri-Cities or somewhere across the globe. Our world will be better through your efforts. Closing, I join everyone here in congratulating all the graduates here today. We are immensely proud of each and every one of you and look forward to seeing what you accomplish with your degree. And once again, how about a go Cougs at the end of that? 1, 2, 3. Now, I turn the program back over to Sandra Haynes, Chancellor, WSU Tri-Cities. Chancellor Haynes.
Thank you, President Schultz. Today we are conferring 361 degrees with 20 doctoral degrees, 24 master's degrees, and 317 bachelor's degrees. We are very proud of the class of 2023. Arriving at this point has required sacrifice, dedication, and commitment, but not only on your part, students, but also on the part of your families and your friends, those who stood behind and beside you on this journey. Share in the celebration of your success today. Will the spouses and partners of today's graduates please rise and remain standing? Will the children who so patiently waited for their parents and guardians to finish homework, write papers, and study for exams, please rise and remain standing. Will the parents of our graduates please rise and remain standing? Grandparents, siblings, aunts and uncles, co-workers and friends of these graduates, please rise and remain standing. Graduates, will you please rise? who helped make today possible. You may all be seated. Now let's take a moment to recognize the graduates for their accomplishments. They have done more than just go to class, and we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge their resiliency, determination, and ability to achieve their dreams. Will our graduates who have served in the armed forces please rise? Stand if you are graduating with honors. Stand if you were awarded a scholarship at any point in your education. Stand if you are the first in your family to attend college. Stand if you are raising or helping to raise children. Stand if you worked while getting a degree. Stand if you plan to earn a master's or doctoral degree.
Class of 2023, please join me as we celebrate together that we're all 1 degree stronger together. Thank you so much, and I would not be the ASWCTC president if I didn't need to go Cougs. So countdown from 3 to 1. I want everyone to shout as loud as you can, go Cougs, all right? We're gonna have everyone hear us from outside. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it!
Thank you, Isaac. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. General James Mendez served as the 26th Secretary of Defense in 2017 and 2018. In this role, he worked to strengthen America's alliances and reorient the defense budget to face the rising challenges posed by emerging technologies and near-peer adversaries. During his 43 years in the Marine Corps, General Mendez commanded combat tours at the platoon, battalion, regiment, brigade, division, force, and theater levels. His time in the military culminated with 3 years as the commander of the U.S. Central Command, where he oversaw joint efforts in Afghanistan and Iraq, and helped shape U.S. policy towards Iran. General Mendez is currently the Davies Family Distinguished Fellow at the Hoover Institution at Stanford University, where he lectures and writes on domestic and international security policy. He is also a member of the board of directors of General Dynamics and on the board of Tri-Cities Food Bank in his hometown of Richland, Washington. General Mendez is a legendary and critical figure in serving and representing the U.S. on a global stage. He has shown the same dedication to our community and the men and women who served, and especially our student veterans. General Mendez has been an engaged role model, being an exemplary example of what it means to be part of and support one's community. At WSU Tri-Cities, he dedicated the Veterans Monument on our campus, and even more near and dear to my heart, he unveiled the General Mattis Leadership Library in our Veterans Center. Time and again, he has shown his support for our student veterans through participating in campus ceremonies or speaking with them individually about their experience in the service, and even raising a glass of our veteran-made beer, GIPA, or this year, Spec Hops, to celebrate with them. Please join me in welcoming General James Mattis to the podium.
Thank you, Chancellor Haynes, and faculty and staff members, families, and friends from the Tri-Cities community, and especially you Cougars from the graduating class of 2023. What a wonderful Eastern Washington day we have as you embark on your new adventure. I've been a little nervous about making this speech, ladies and gentlemen, worrying that I didn't have the wisdom needed to give such remarks, and also knowing I'm the last thing between you and getting the diploma and getting out the door. Then I remembered that most people can't remember who spoke at their graduation or what was said. What most people do remember about their graduation speech is that the speaker droned on far too long. So whether or not you remember anything about my speech, I'm happy to report that it will be over in about 15 minutes, at which point you can get back to celebrating and having your families asking you lots of uncomfortable questions about your job search. Now, giving a commencement speech is a lot easier if I was 1,000 miles away when all the audience knows about me is that I was once a general or the Secretary of Defense. But here in the Tri-Cities where I grew up, I can't get away with anything but the truth. Too many here have known me too well for too long. For example, I cannot tell you that I was a model student. When I went to college, it was at then Central Washington State College, 100 miles away in Ellensburg, because I didn't make the cut for WSU. The truth is that I was a rather mediocre student who liked beer and parties more than I liked sitting in a classroom. So you understand the respect I have for each of you here today. And as I got a bit more boisterous during college, a local judge determined to improve my behavior by sending me to jail. To be honest, that didn't really get my attention either. My outlook didn't change much until I joined an organization known as the United States Marine Corps, and then, as you might expect, it changed a lot. Now, while I did not enjoy sitting in a classroom, I really did love to learn. My parents had instilled in me the curiosity and a love of learning, which have lasted my whole life. Coupled to a Pacific Northwesterner's grit that you and I share, they are largely responsible, my parents are, for what modest success I've had. And having a love of learning means always sensing the gap between what we know and what there is to know, and then trying to narrow that gap. Being a lifelong learner requires the maturity and even the humility to understand that there is always more to know. Now, anyone who has my color hair, underneath here is white, has seen a lot in life and has explored one of the questions you're probably thinking about today. I've graduated, but what happens now? What are the next steps to take in my career? The first thing I would say is don't be scared. We've all been through it. It is perfectly fine to be uncertain. In fact, I'd be worried if you didn't feel uncertain in this very uncertain world. That uncertainty can become a superpower if you enable it. It can give you the courage to explore the world and find out what you were meant to do. Don't fake a feeling of certainty for the benefit of others. Be enthusiastically uncertain as you try to figure things out and determine how to live your most genuine life and be the best version of yourself. The most interesting people I know had absolutely no idea where they were going to do in life when they were 22 years old. And for the most part, what has happened to them has been unpredictable. In my experience, you can only do your very best if you are doing something you love. So finding that can actually take a while, but it's well worth your time and energy. And I'll make a few suggestions as you begin your search. And it's only a few. I'll stay inside 15 minutes. I will keep these suggestions to 7, as I already promised. And the first one is, it's much more important to be kind than to be clever. I'm sure we can all remember an occasion when we said something clever to someone when saying something kind would have been better. Second, don't waste your time on jealousy or comparing yourself to others. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and really it's a race every day to make yourself that better version of who you want to be. Third, prioritize excellence more than success. Vincent van Gogh sold just one painting in his lifetime. Johann Sebastian Bach wrote more than 1,100 pieces of music, most of which were not performed in his lifetime. Emily Dickinson wrote 1,800 poems, very few of which were published in her lifetime. Yet today, we all know the names Van Gogh, Bach, and Dickinson, and people 500 years from now will still know their names. Just focus on being excellent and let the rest take care of itself. Fourth, your generation is living in a very strange digital world of likes, shares, and clicks, and being influenced by famous people who are famous just for being famous. Don't confuse fame and notoriety with quality or character. The most famous cruise ship in history is the Titanic, but that's not a voyage anyone wants to take again. Fame, after all, can be fatal. Fifth, don't be quick to judge other people. There is no saint who doesn't have a past, and there is no sinner who doesn't have a future. Don't judge people by their best or worst moments. Get to know who they really are. Sixth, devote yourself to the children in your life in advance of your devotion to your own children one day. It is much easier to build strong children than to repair broken adults. And finally, I offer 3 simple words. Put others first. You will be amazed how much power you'll derive from reducing focus on yourself and instead using more of your energy to benefit others. Of all the power that you could enjoy, the greatest is the power of compassion and helping others. This is one of the hardest challenges you will face, choosing what to care about. I often notice that young folks will list their grade point average on their resumes when I read them, especially when the numbers are impressive. But did you know the average college GPA of a self-made millionaire is 2.7? So some of your classmates you may have called slackers on certain days here will have a new name one day, called boss. Top grades alone do not breed success. Grit and perseverance count for more. Now you are armed with a diploma. In 10 years, many of you may be working in industries which haven't been invented yet. Career fields do come and go. What you have learned in class in the past 4 years may or may not be useful in those jobs. Yet statistics say you have a much better chance of success armed with that degree you worked so hard for. What will be crucial as you go forward is that you have now learned how to learn, recognizing that the work of a lifelong learner is never done. Continuing to learn and keeping your focus on hard work, on kindness, loyalty, excellence, and character will give you the best chance of succeeding in whatever you choose for your life work. Now, 77 years ago, in 1946, another generation of young Americans was marking a special time in their lives, just as you are doing today. They had just fought and won the war against Nazi Germany and Japan. They had saved the world. Then they came home and built the America we know today. That generation of Americans were usually the first in their families to go to college, just as is true for many of you. They built giant industries and small businesses. They began to integrate much of America for the first time, discovered the cures for age-old diseases. So 77 years from now will be the year 2100. On that graduation day, what will the speaker be saying about your generation? Will the speaker be able to say that you saved the world from threats every bit as serious as those faced in 1946? Threats to our climate, our democracy, our free way of life? Did you act with integrity and courage when faced with those challenges? Or did you look the other way? Are you playing an active role in the urgent discussion about the world you will leave to your own children? Or will you passively accept living in a civic gulag dictated by the whims of those who choose to participate? We must all wrestle with the big issues in the public square about what kind of society we want to have. It is more than our right to do so. It is our civic and moral obligation, for we are all guardians of our democracy. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts said something in a commencement speech that has always stuck with me, and I'd like to share it with you. He said, "From time to time in the years to come, I hope you will be treated unfairly, so that you will come to know the value of justice. I hope that you will occasionally suffer betrayal, because that will teach you the importance of loyalty. And I hope you will be lonely from time to time, so that you don't take friends for granted. I wish you bad luck from time to time, so that you will be conscious of the role of chance in life, and understand that your success is not completely deserved, and that the failure of others is not completely deserved either. And when you lose, as you will from time to time, I even hope your opponent will gloat over your failure. It's a way for you to understand the importance of sportsmanship. I hope that you'll be ignored so you know the importance of listening to others, and I hope you have just enough pain to learn compassion. Like it or not, all these things Justice Roberts mentioned will happen. The question is how you will react and what you will learn when they do. So I will leave you with the words of the journalist Walter Lippmann from a speech he gave in 1940 as storm clouds gathered before World War II. The speech was to the 30th reunion of his Harvard class of 1910. He said, "For every right that you cherish, you have a duty which you must fulfill. For every hope that you entertain, you have a task that you must perform. For every good that you wish to preserve, you will have to sacrifice your comfort and your ease. There is nothing for nothing any longer." Lippmann was trying to shake his classmates out of their slumbering complacency. As we move on to celebrations which you have all earned, let's spare a thought for Lippmann's words. There is nothing for nothing any longer. You must earn the good life that the opportunity of America presents to every one of you graduates. And I'm truly honored to be here with you today. I do wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Tiffany Caballero.
Love you.
Tyler Junt.
Nayansi Otero. Vanessa de la Mora.
Alexander Zaragoza. Nia Rogers.
Dana Di Palma. María de la Luz Fierros. Minchap Adame Pineda.
Rosalba Rodriguez. Gabriela Castro. Lexi Peters.
Estefani Mendez.
Laura Chavez.
Prescribed by the faculty of Washington State University. I recommend they be awarded their degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Regents and the statutes of the state of Washington, I hereby confer upon each of you who fulfill its requirements the degree for which you have been recommended with all of its privileges and obligations. Graduates of the class of 2023, will you please stand? Undergraduate students, you may now move the tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side. I now present to you the newest Washington State University Tri-Cities alumni, the class of 2023. Congratulations. Before we conclude our commencement ceremony, we'd like to thank you all for joining us today to mark this milestone in the lives of these graduates. We ask that our graduates please remain in place until the WSU fight song has ended and the platform party and faculty have departed. The 2023 commencement ceremony is now closed. Please join us in singing the WSU fight song. The lyrics are located on the back of your program and they'll be projected above on the screens. Isaac Murphy, will you please lead us in singing the fight song? You ready?
Class of 23, let's do it.
Thank you for joining us today. Mace Fair, Melanie Damare Baez, will you please lead the recessional and go Cougs!
Pásenlo, los que siguen, los que siguen.
María, ¿no querés some pictures con el mascot?
Yeah, ahorita.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's our neighbors. Oh, thank you. Each other. She was on that side. Yeah, gracias. Thank you, Manto.
Felicidades. Love you. No llores.
Cuando llegamos, dice, pero ¿dónde está el Let's go find her for
Come on, let's take pictures.
María.
Mande. Ya, déjame tomar una foto. Espérame.
Y luego me la manda.
Sí.
Go this way. We're taking pictures.
Like that.
Ay, qué bueno que me taparon. Bueno, si vamos en la tarde vamos a pasar nada más,
Te vieron por casualidad. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Congrats. Thank you. Picture.
Hey, Alex. Mira. Alex. Alex, quítate. Hey, picture. O tomás ella.
Junior, agárrale la water bottle a tu tía.
After this, you want to run and get a picture with the mascot rápido y tal vez. 1, 2, 3, sí.
That was so. It was like.
¿Les da turno a los tres?
Sí.
Muy bien, ahora sí, con los pies.
Cálmate, espérame.